So this is a story about a girl named Lucky. Just kidding. This is going to be my birth story about how I gave birth to my beautiful little baby boy almost 3 years ago. So he's not exactly a baby anymore, he's more of a toddler. But this is the story about it. About 3 years ago, on September 15th, 2013, I gave birth to a 6 pound 9 ounces baby boy at 1:28 p.m. Alright, I'm gonna go way back. So about 2 weeks before September 15th, my mother-in-law came to live with me because my husband was deployed and wasn't there for my birth. That was horrible. At 36 weeks, I had my checkup at the doctor's, and he's actually the nurse, not the doctor. The nurse told me that I shouldn't be walking around, I should just take it easy until the birth because he was almost about to be born at 36 weeks. And so my mother-in-law came to live with me like the week after I found all this out. She came to take care of me because she's like, no way can that baby be born at 36 weeks. You gotta cook a little bit longer. She's from California, I'm from New York. So she flew from California to New York to be with me. When I found this out at the doctor's at 36 weeks, I had the doctor send a Red Cross message to my husband in Afghanistan saying that, hey, your wife is about to give birth, you should try and send him home, for a birth. But no. His commander was like, I don't want to change the flights, it's too much work. So basically that Red Cross message did nothing, which obviously it's an emergency, but no, that's the Army for you. He gave it a big, F you on that. Back to September 14th, which was the day before I was about to give birth. So my mother-in-law made this really spicy, peppery pork loin. It was so good. But it was spicy, and so I guess spicy food likes to put you into labor, and good to know because that's what happened. So the next morning at 7 a.m., I felt this big gush of water come out of me, and we all know what that means. Yes, my water broke. So it was 7 in the morning, and so I sat up because I was laying on the couch, and I just had this big kick. I will never forget it. It was just a big boom. And right there I was like, it's happening. So I went into the bathroom and I sat in the bathroom and I just let the water come out of me for a couple minutes. So my mother-in-law was upstairs laying on my bed because I didn't like to lay on the bed without my husband there. So I wasn't laying on the bed. And so I walked upstairs and I was like, my water broke. And she was just like, she sat up, she was like, what, really? I was like, yep, it's all over the couch and it's all over in the toilet. And I didn't flush the toilet because I wanted her to see it and believe that it was my water. So she got up, she took like 20 minutes to get ready. She was doing like her hair and makeup, and I'm just like sitting pacing downstairs on the floor like, what is she doing? Let's go. I had to drive an hour from up at Fort Drum, which is in New York, all the way down to Syracuse, which is where I gave birth. So that hour was horrible. I was in labor the whole time. Like he was coming. Like there was no like grace period, hang out, chill. Like I had my bag packed, yes, for my birth, but I didn't even use that bag. So I had like pajamas, chill clothes, slippers, stuff like that in this bag, which I never even used. We were driving an hour to this hospital, which is where I would get my ultrasounds and my doctor visits, all baby checkups. We were driving down to there and they decided to do construction. So road construction, it's bumpy and it's all like chopped up, you know, from repaving the road. So it's all like bumpy. Like every like 2 minutes it's a bump. And I'm just like in labor. Like, this is the worst drive ever. It was so funny. Now that I look back on it, it's hilarious. So I was having contractions every 5 minutes. So we left, I want to say we left at like 7:45, 8, and then we got to the hospital around 9:15, 9:30. So anyways, this was Sunday, September 15th, and I was supposed to be induced September 16th, which is the Monday, and then I gave birth on the Sunday, which was, I gotta say, the perfect day for everybody. My family, my friends who came and saw us, like, perfect day. So we got to the hospital and they're just asking me my name and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, Louise Chatwood, social security, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, holy this, trying to talk to them. And then they put me into this little room, which had a bathroom in it. I'm bleeding, basically, at this point. Well, I didn't know, because I used the bathroom in this little room that they put me in before they could prep the actual labor and delivery room for me. They put me in this room. And it had a bathroom in it, and so I was like, I have to take a shit. So I walked in there, and I was just like, I want to say I was on the toilet for like 10 minutes, just doing my thing. And like, I got up, and I was done. It was a good thing. I mean, because I've heard some girls like do it on the bed. They just shit the bed basically, but I didn't do that. I got lucky. I got up and it was just all blood. Like, it was blood dripping back out into the little bed that they had me stay in. I was just bleeding. I was ready to go. We were going up to the labor and delivery room. I was laying in it. I was like in so much like pain, and my and my mother-in-law goes, Lisa, just breathe. And I was like, I am breathing. It was so funny. It was the only time I was ever mean throughout my whole labor. Like, so anyways, I get up into the labor and delivery room, and there's like students there because it's a student hospital, and they're like asking me questions, and I can't remember if it was before the epidural or after the epidural, because like I was already, when I got to the hospital, I was already 4 centimeters. I had been 4 centimeters dilated. You have to be 10 centimeters, and I was already 4 centimeters since like this Thursday when I had another checkup, because they told me to go in Monday to be induced, because I was already like 4 centimeters. So by the time I got to the hospital, I want to say I was 5 or 6 centimeters dilated. And so this was like 9:30. No, this had been like 10 o'clock. It went by super fast. It was like 10 o'clock. I was up in the labor and delivery room, and I got my epidural. And then I remember that I had this Asian kid just asking me all these questions, like, how do you feel? Blah, blah, blah. Like, and then he's like, how far dilated are you? Blah, blah, blah. It was really awkward, but I was just being really nice because I had my epidural. I was chilling, like, I was just like, yeah, nice. My nurse, her name was Sarah, bless her. She was amazing. Like, I think I was the easiest birth for her, probably, because I was super nice and in a good mood because of my epidural. Like, that shit is good. You should get one, because it's good, and it makes you enjoy the birth so much more, I think. And yes, I got an epidural, but my son does not have what, I can't even think of it. Oh my god, it's where like they don't understand things the way normal people understand. I can't even think of it. If I think of it, I'll put it in here. They link epidurals to that sickness together, and I don't believe it. So, and my son is almost 3, and he's perfect. So, I'll just have you know my son is perfect. No, he's not. He's a little monster. I got my epidural, and so from 10 to 128, I dilated 4 centimeters, which, I mean, it was really fast. My water broke at 7, and And then I gave birth at 1:28. So it was 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 6.5 hours, 6 hours and 28 minutes. And I did it vaginally. Awkward. And so my husband would always talk to me at 1:30 p.m. our time, which that was when he could go to the computer lab and get internet to talk to me over in Afghanistan. So he got in at 1:28. He says that he was talking to my mother-in-law while I was pushing, but I don't remember it like that. So I remember talking to him after I gave birth, so I don't know. So he got on, and he should have went to sleep, but he got on because he knew I was about to go get induced on Monday, so he wanted to get on and tell me, like, hey, good luck. I don't even know what he wanted to tell me. I love you, good luck, probably. So, but no, to his surprise, he got on to, hey, you're a dad. So, and I guess over in Afghanistan, he was with his buddy, and his buddy, like, ran around the computer lab saying, Jacqueline's a dad, blah, blah, blah. So, which there was only a couple of people there, but I mean, like, that made me happy because he was excited. His friend was excited. So, which was a good thing. While I was talking to my husband on the phone, I was like, I stopped talking to him because I had to throw up. And so I like gave the phone, or I think I hung up on him actually. We were on the hospital phone. Or I gave the phone to my mother-in-law. So I was just like throwing up, and she was talking to him. And she sent him pictures, and I really wanted to film the birth because my husband wasn't there, but the hospital said no, so that was a bummer. But we were able to take pictures like immediately after he was born. And he was born, and I got room service, and it was awesome. Like, it was a good experience, and I want to have another baby. I want to have more kids. At first, I was like, no more. Like, I'm good with him. I like my sleep. And now I'm able to get sleep, but now I'm kind of like having baby fever a little bit. So, I don't know. We'll see. We will see if we have another one. So, I will be sure to let you know if I do end up falling pregnant again. So, yeah, that's my birth story about how I had my son. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up. And yeah, like and subscribe. Lisa Pisa. Keep on subscribing.